Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeffico. My co-host as always, Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Chris, Lower Deck, Season 2, Episode 2. Kayshon, his eyes open.
Yeah, and I think we haven't skipped a beat on this one. They're still going good.
There were a lot of references in this.
Yes, when we get to scenes like that and, just the whole collector's ship and, like, Picard's little room from the Picard series at the start, I'm looking at this, I'm going, oh, now we have to do extra work.
It's not like I wrote them down. There's just too many.
Yeah.
He must have been so bored on the Enterprise. I mean, 7 years of what? Exploring?
On a ship with 5 daycare centers.
Are you talking about the D?
The series starts out with a team shower.
Mm-hmm.
You know my excitement, Chris.
Yeah.
The new guy has, like, what I assumed was a heat contest with Beckett, just turning up the heat.
Well,
he did say,
I assume it's the vibrations.
Hot.
Yeah, because that's what's causing the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
And like it's just increasing in intensity, I guess.
Vibro showers do make sense, I guess. But what's with the blur, Chris? They're animated. You can show that shit. Come on, Mike.
I was assuming that wasn't a censorship thing. I assumed that sonic showers just do that.
Yeah.
Like they just add the blur.
Team
for
shower,
you.
no privacy in the future. I tell ya.
What was the? I'm gonna get made fun of for forgetting the name of the movie, but the sci-fi with Neil Patrick Harris and the bugs.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, same thing.
There wasn't blur in that shower.
No, there was not.
I'm sure we've seen him before, but there was the Greenbird counselor.
Yes.
He stood out to me. I was like, wait a minute.
I remember him from somewhere in season 1. I don't remember what we did, but yeah. He didn't even really do anything in this episode, so I don't know why they bothered with him there.
He'll be back to normal in an hour.
Aw, look at this little guy. I could use him as puppet therapy.
Hey, Migleemo! Read the sign!
The Collectors Guild,
Mm-hmm.
they were asking the Federation for help because one of the collectors died, and there's a lot of shit to catalog.
Mm-hmm. All of them tried to collect data. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes. I was actually getting a little bit more Trelane off this guy than the Kiva Spaggio vibes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the holographic defense system, Chris. Come on.
If you're seeing this hollow message, it means I'm dead, and you're trying to steal from my precious collection.
What do you think of the constant Darmok at Tanagra? I felt it was a bit much.
You know what? I think that was the weaker parts. Like, we ended on a fairly dumb joke, but like, Shaka when the walls fell, and I thought, I don't know if it was necessarily bad. Like, I really enjoyed this episode, but it felt a little easier, a little lazier than what the rest of the show was doing.
I felt like he should be saying, like, my people would say this, and, like, give out his sayings with it, rather than just kind of like, we're going to say these sayings, and you're going to say them, and then I'm going to say them over and over and over throughout
or they could have, I was thinking they might stick with the universal translator not quite being perfect like it was at the start.
Rapunki, when he joined the Seven. Sorry. The universal translator doesn't always. What I meant was, it is my honor, Captain.
Maybe there'd be communication errors or something.
I will say, though, cute puppet.
Yes, adorable puppet. There's so much that needs to be marketed from these shows.
You're just a suck up at Tanagra.
Yeah, I am.
They're combing through the collection. And there's some Chateau Picard.
There's all kinds of stuff. There's a Cottiscott board from Voyager. There's, I think a painting that Picard did. There's just everything, man. Go through and look through it yourself. Yeah. If we want to list the whole thing, that's going to double the length of the review.
There was a Kalis fornication helmet.
That was important.
For safety, Chris.
For safety. Safety first.
I thought it was funny the collectors just constantly eyeing Tendi because she's Orion. Just like, don't go stealing anything with your sticky hands. And he's the one that stole it.
Yeah. A little space racism.
They come in handy, Chris. I mean, safety first. So I think you should take this with you on the weekend.
Thank you, Jeff.
No problem.
I think that's the wrong franchise, though.
It's true. But it's custom. We get a little bit of Titan.
The Titan's going the same direction that I thought it would be, where it's just this, rock and roll, hardcore, fly by the seat of your pants ship, and Boimler he doesn't fit, man.
Get your lousy hands off me!
Kalis' sex helmet? You took it! That's That's what set off the ship! This is all your fault, you pervert!
I mean, the guy trips the alarm, all this stuff starts attacking him, they're trying to make it through the ship. You got Beckett being like, we're gonna go my plan, and you got the new guy, I think they said his name was Jeff, my feed kept cutting out. And he wants to be doing it by the book. And then they realize their both plans suck, and that they should listen to Tendi and Sam.
Yeah.
What did you think of the skeleton museum?
Giant Spock.
That was so cool.
We actually have acknowledged that there is a giant Spock out there, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure animated series is canon.
It is apparently canon, but oh my god, there's some ridiculously stupid stuff in the animated series, but we can deal with giant Spock.
Yeah.
And
nobody's watched it. Come on.
Yeah.
I haven't. I'm one episode in. I've had it for how long? I'm one episode in.
They fake out the Romulan commander with an inflatable balloon Enterprise.
Hey, some people fall for stupid shit.
I mean, that was literally a strategy in World War II, but they also didn't have sensors in World War II.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fake sensors. You can fake anything in Star Trek.
I guess.
It's a fake sensor buoy. Find out the Collector took the Kayla Sex helmet. And then the giant Spock kills him.
Yeah.
Just falls right on him.
Ironic.
Yeah. Tendi and Sam cut through the wall, get themselves to these escape pods. I like that the captain's like not telling anybody, and Jack's just like, usually you ask like 3 or 4 times. What are you saying? I micromanage? She looks at her like pad like, Starfleet thinks I do. She's just like, I'm not gonna micromanage. And everybody shows up in the escape pod. They're like, where's the security officer? Cute little stuffed animal.
I love the Doctor. You think this is my first person turning into a puppet? Come on.
Kayshon, when he became a puppet.
This is what being hands-off gets me? Well, never again!
Jumping back to the Titan. So, I don't know who that first officer is. I don't think it's a loose piece of corn. She's awesome. I like her.
I immediately liked everyone on the Titan. It was hilarious how they just sort of felt like they felt like characters that you knew. Like I feel like there's backstory and personality to these people.
I like that somebody had that British accent. And Boimler's just tagging along, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, Riker would love to be here, man. Yeah. It must have really sucked to be on the Enterprise, having to like he went on every away mission."
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
literally told Picard, like, first episode, like, yeah, I'm gonna be going, you're gonna be staying, that's regulation.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. And every once in a while, Picard would be like, no, I want this one.
Yeah, this one I'm gonna do.
Get down there, they go for the snacks, Chris. They go for the snacks.
You know what's disappointing? We don't have, we haven't seen Marina Sirtis yet.
Oh, well, she was there last season.
Yeah, she was there last season. She's on the ship. She should be there a little bit.
She could have been there silently if she's not there to record.
I guess, but yeah.
It
seems a little shitty. You know, they're both.
I'm gonna tell you some information you may not pay attention to, but she went back to England.
Oh.
She was living in America for the longest time. Lost her husband, and then went back to England.
Oh.
So she. Probably over there, and I don't know if you've heard of what's going on in the world, but travel gets difficult.
I suppose.
So, yeah, that explains it.
Okay. Alright, I'll allow that.
Good.
Record to away, team.
Go ahead.
We've entered the system. What the hell happened down there?
Long story, sir. Requesting emergency transport.
Get them out of there.
I can't, sir.
Why the hell not?
They're dealing with the Packlets still. They went down on this little away mission to help free these miners and discover what's going on.
They're putting a pretty good air of mystery around this. Like, I assume we're going to be going back to the Titan still throughout the season, because they've been setting up, who's pulling the strings on the Packlets or whatever, there's...
I like your optimism.
Yeah.
I mean, I really hope we do. I'm not sure we're going to. I knew at some point we would find a way to get Boimler back onto the Cerritos, but I did not expect it to be this way.
No, that's good. That was a very good way. You could tell as soon as they started talking about Thomas Riker, it's just like, well, we're doing this.
Yeah, the second Boimler decides, instead of, I didn't join Starfleet to die and being reckless, this and that, and just went on a rant, and I'm just like, is the creator of this show taking shots at Discovery? Because I feel like that's what's happening here. Because even later, like, Boimler says a bunch of things, I'm like,
these things are on the Titan, and, it's just a bunch of rah-rah shooty things, and it's not about science or whatever. And I'm like, Twitter's gonna have a good time with this.
So, was the Titan as awesome as everybody says?
It was a bunch of complex characters thrown into heavily serialized battles, which always ended in mind-blowing twists and made me question the basic tenets of my reality.
If you want to take that as meta-commentary, then Lower Decks is guilty of that more than the other shows, really. Like, they probably spend more time doing action shooty things, but
they do it for comedy.
Yeah, yes, the tone is so much more different. Like,
they can say fuck and it's good.
Yeah. I like what Lower Decks is doing so much better for... It's hard to pin down, but it is a tonal thing. Like, it feels more optimistic. It feels Trekkier, whatever the hell that is.
Well, it's because it's also in the TNG era, and they're trying to hold on to that TNG feel to it, of which, as I said earlier today, I mean, I don't think there's really any bad TNG because it's like a comfort food.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, oh, here's a bad TNG episode. Oh, that was so good. I feel better. I can go to sleep now.
There's generally good moments in bad TNG episodes. Like, there'll be a conversation between characters that's something you remember, and it's like, oh yeah, this sort of informs the character. This is something interesting about them.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
I got into Starfleet to study moss.
I joined up because I love beaming.
Thanks, Boimler.
They get split in two, and the other Boimler...
As one does.
Yeah. And the other Boimler, like, okay, so he doesn't have the whole Thomas Riker thing because he wasn't left there for a long time.
Yeah.
The other Boimler was like, I kind of like the name William.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if this is less a Thomas Riker thing and more of a Kirk transporter double thing.
Oh, you think
because they do have different personalities.
Oh, you know what? That would be great if that's why they have to bring Boimler back over and have a crossover with the Titan, because it's like, evil Boimler did this, you know him best, we need you.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But
okay. Maybe. Because there is no... If they're doing a Thomas Riker thing, there's no reason they should be any different.
Yeah. Well, he's just... But he sounds like a complete suck-up.
Yeah, he has actual different opinions on things and actual...
It's like, you like Romulan ale? I can try. Yeah. It'll grow on me. Play Nightbird, computer.
Yeah, yes. Because, Riker's not going to play Nightbird, so the computer's got to do it.
Hey, he might have nailed it, but he got called away.
Mm-hmm.
Any requests tonight?
Nightbird.
Any requests?
Nightbird.
Like the corn accident adds pips.
Yes, that's, again, the very good little meta thing. If you ever see some pips that are wrong, it's corn.
Overall thoughts, Chris?
Excellent episode. Loved it. This just feels great. Like, every scene on board the Titan with Riker is just like candy. This is just the Star Trek equivalent of candy, and I love it.
Yeah, what's not to love about Jonathan Frakes, I tell you. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this episode. I loved a lot of the visuals.
Mm-hmm.
I think Giant Spock was probably my favorite.
That was an excellent gag. And I love that they have the balls to do these things. No other Star Trek show would dare reference Giant Spock.
I feel like they're the show that nobody cares, like, in the corporation, cares about. Be like, oh yeah, do your thing. Yeah, oh cool. Oh, I saw your episode the other day. It was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't catch any of the references because they don't know them, Chris.
No,
all these people running Star Trek don't know them, so...
But go through the collector scene, at home, just see what you can pick out. It's lots of fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, until next week, guys. Thanks for watching.